So November ride, found record Abarth 595C, so the convertible, it's the Turismo with the MTA shifting and the record bombs exhaust, so it gives you a small impression. And I always shut up and let you hear this glorious car. So this is what driving pleasure is about. Enjoying driving in its simplicity, enjoying the environment, getting experiences, doing something with your emotions, or hearing this beautiful roar. Sitting in before a traffic light, so I cannot move. I'll stop the indicator because it's quite irritating to hear all the time. So you have still the rigidity of a normal hatchback with an open roof facility. You just press some buttons. I'll show you some buttons, and then it will just go. Close quite easily. You still have the rigidity, you don't have the additional weight because the body shell stiffness is maintained, and you have, with very little additional weight, very little loss of rigidity, if at all, a car that is very good at converting emotions, having driving pleasure, and all things that are beautiful in life. It's still a four-seater, so you have two passengers that you can take with you in the back. Even I can sit behind myself. I'm 1 meter 88 centimeters long, so not a giant but also not a small guy, and I can sit behind myself. Of course, leg room is still impaired. Headroom is okay, even with the roof closed. With the roof open it's easier, of course. And even in November in the Netherlands you can enjoy this beautiful convertible feeling. Especially on a sunny day, of course. So that's something that I would really recommend to everyone who enjoys convertibles, has a small family. So I have two children I can take with me, and likes the sound that Abarth makes, and also don't want to have extremely high costs, which you often have with a convertible. I will now close roof and we'll show you how easy this can be achieved. So the thing is, you have to keep touching it, otherwise it will stop, also in intermittent range, and then you have to press it 3 times separately to completely close it, and then you have this black roof again, but you can see still some room for your head as well. Headroom is still excellent because it has this egg-shaped type of design. It also offers quite a good room experience, so that's nice. And also, if you have children, as I mentioned, I have teenagers, and they can sit very nicely behind the adults. It has a full leather interior. This also gives you a sense of luxury. This is the Turismo version, so it's more based on touring. Still has the Koni suspension, also the Convertible has, which is more of a competition-based, performance and track-orientated car. At this time, 2015, the Convertible and Turismo had the same horsepower and both the same turbo, the EIE turbo. In a later stage, they get the Garrett turbo, which is better, of course. And then they are also differentiated between the two. The Garrett turbo is especially better at the top end. The EIE turbo, which this version has a stronger low bottom end and mid-range, which is of course excellent if you're not driving the tits off of it. So you can still enjoy everything and have a stronger bottom and mid-range. If you're going to fully exploit it, for example on a track, you will be better off with the Garrett turbo. Also for tunability you get more horsepower selected, in my opinion, for the convertible. And why is that? Because the convertible is not all about speed, but it needs to be excessive. So you have, even at normal range, you feel you have very strong pull, because at the low and mid range the EIE turbo pulls harder than a Garrett one. And it gives you the sense that you have a small car, which does not feel small, because you have a very thick steering wheel and all other things are made very masculine for such a small car to overcompensate, I guess. But it's a small car, but it feels very big in the driving dimension, but very agile as well and very playful. It's not a mature chassis, it's very immature, but very nice. It's more of an experience type of car. Well, that's what I wanted to tell you about. I'll also show you a little bit more of what you see as driver. As I mentioned, very thick steering wheel, turbo cluster, which also changes. This cluster also changes when you hit this sport button. As I mentioned, the full leather interior with nice seats. Also the back room, 2 seats as well, which is obviously very nice. This is the convertible version. I would have liked that they made the 595 here instead of the 500, because it is a 595, which you can also see in different aspects. For example, here when you open the car and get into it, but also a lot of other badges. For example, there is a nice badge. There's a nice badge there again, which also displays the Turismo, which you don't find on the other sides. Also the key just flips out, normal regular key. Nice rims. It's a little bit dirty now, as you can see, but nice rims as well. Then to give you a little bit more of context, I have both these cars. I'm very much into hot hatches. So this is my convertible 595C Abarth Turismo with the MTA, the automatic system. This is a manual Suzuki Swift Sport ZC33S hybrid. This has a Record Monza exhaust. This has an AKS exhaust. As you can see, the Swift is definitely a little bit bigger. It also has 5 doors. The Abarth only 3 doors, or even less, because you have to see. So the convertible, you are not able to completely open this part, but you can open it and load from the top, of course. And then you have even more functionality than oftentimes the hardtop Abarth has. But this car is lighter. The Suzuki Sport is lighter than the Abarth. And being a lot bigger, a lot more modern, this is quite a feat. And it also gives you an indication why I really love the Suzuki Swift as well. So it's not one over the other, but I like them both. Here a little bit of the interior of the Suzuki Swift Sport. More of a darkened space. It's more the perfectionist. Also a little bit more frugal. Here the front fascia of both. Wishing you a great day. Bye bye.